In 1.5 miles, turn right.
Okay, I'm almost there. I'm in Citrus Hills today. I'm headed to a really special spot, and I'm making a couple of VRs. One should be out by now. It's for my friend Dan, and the other is for Orlando and Sammy. And I'll be talking about a couple of YouTube friends. And one thing that we have in common is our love for Ted Williams. So what better spot to do this than at the Ted Williams Museum and Hitters Hall of Fame. Right here at Ted Williams' number 9, I want to show you a couple of items that I received as gifts from the guys that I'll be talking about a little later in this video. Right now, I just want to show you around the property a bit and see what remains. It may just look like a regular commercial building, but at one point, this was Cooperstown South. Some of the greatest athletes and baseball players of all time came to hang out right here at this location with their friend Ted. There's a statue out here of Ted Williams right out front. There's a bench here where people could sit with Ted, but that's been removed. I'll have to find out where that sits now. This was the main entrance.
I know it. Morning. Morning, Mr. Bell. Morning. Good work. How are you? One of my favorite women. Oh, I know Frank Robinson. I know who you are.
After writing the book, Ted wrote invitations, inviting the greatest players alive to come and join him at the Ted Williams Hitters Hall of Fame for a weekend-long induction celebration.
Feeling great. Everything going great.
Stand-up man Musial, Mickey Mantle, and Frank Robinson were just some of the greats that came right through here and walked through these doors into the museum. Around the back of the property is where they had the Ted Williams 20 Greatest Hitters event in this huge tent. The building is shaped like a baseball diamond, and the drive-thru was in here, so they had all this open space. And Ted had some of his best friends here, and that's what this VR is about, talking about some of your best friends on YouTube. If anyone wants to own a piece of history and has a few $1,000,000, the property is for sale. Right up there, you can tell what the old lettering was, and Hitters Hall of Fame. Right there. In 1994, Ted had a lot going on. He had this museum. He had his baseball cards, his 1993 set, and then the 1994. So between the cards and the museum, Ted was very busy. And every year, new players would be inducted into the Ted Williams Hitters Hall of Fame. And in 1998, these were the guys that were inducted. You see that, 1998. In this program, which is my favorite signed piece that I have in my collection, all these signatures were obtained right in this building. This is where they signed when Ted Williams would invite all these players down about 25 years ago. Was in this building being signed. And this property was booming that day when they would have their galas to just have these ceremonies to induct these guys into the Hall of Fame. It was a big deal, but those days are long gone, as are the benches, the statues. Very few things remain, but the main thing being that number 9 is still out there by the road. The Legends Walk of Fame leads to the gazebo, and the names on the ground are some of the players that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I found some interesting names like Tom Selleck right there, Mr. Baseball, and those are names of people that have contributed to the museum over the years. Another one that I thought was pretty cool was the Yogi Museum, and it says, "We are open till we close." So the Ted Williams gazebo still remains. Right here, the original structure. I'm sure this was a special place for Ted. Probably came out here, had some great conversations with some of his baseball friends that we saw here on the walkway. And they either talked baseball or just things in life. They were good buddies. And that's what I want to talk about today. A couple of buddies who we talk cards, we talk other things, and these guys have been some great friends. And I want to recognize them and shout them out, much like how Ted used to back when he had this museum.
And those two guys are Dylan at Double D Vintage Baseball Cards and Shane Shoebox Legends. Now those guys, we all know them and everyone knows what great guys they are. But for me, since the beginning, those two have been so supportive right from the get-go. Dylan shouted me out right in the beginning when no one knew my channel, and Shane did the same. And you guys have just been great friends. We text and talk, and we've been on lives together. And also, I know you guys don't do things to be recognized, but I want to recognize you for the kindness you also showed me in cards. You sent me care packages that are just out of this world, super generous. So here with the backdrop of the Ted Williams Museum in Hitters Hall of Fame, I think it's great because both of these guys love Ted Williams as I do. So I'm gonna show you real quick what I got from each one of these guys a long time ago. So this is a long time in the making, but I'm gonna start with Shane. This is back, I wanna say in August of last year that Shane sent me a care package that really blew me away. And I'm just gonna show some of the items here real quick. He knows, as a fellow Rhode Islander, how much I love the Pawtucket Red Sox. So he sent me the 1992, the team set. And all these pictures were taken at McCoy Stadium, as you can see in the background. And all these players, I have all their autographs. 1992 was my peak Pawtucket Red Sox experience. I was going to games just about every day, getting autographs. So Shane, just the thoughtful guy that he is, sent me that, and I love it. So another thing that he sent me is a pack of the Ted Williams Card Company. And being here, this is just so special. You know how much I love the Ted Williams Card Company set, and to have a pack, it's really cool. So Shane sent me that also, and sent me this Ray Scarborough card, TCMA, because I like oddball cards, of course, especially of Red Sox. And in the back there, that is Tinkerfield in Orlando. Shane didn't know that, but he sent it to me, and it just worked out because I love spring training sites, and that's a great image for me. Shane also sent me my first hockey card of Connor McDavid. Now I have a few more, but this was the first one in my collection, so that was a very special one. He also sent me this 59 Jackie Jensen, who was a teammate of Teddy Ballgame and appeared with him on The Rookie, which was done by Norman Rockwell. And being that I'm an autograph collector, Shane also sent me this Willie Mopena, who was a former Red Sox. And Willie is actually now living in the Tampa area, and he runs youth baseball camps. So he's still very involved, and it's awesome to see him doing things with children in the Tampa area. Shane also sent me this autograph card of Maury Wills, which is a player I love to collect. Another one is Bernie Carbo. This is from the 2001 Fleer Red Sox 100th anniversary set. And Bernie Carbo is a great story, and he had that memorable home run in 1975 World Series. The last one that Shane sent is a really cool card. Check this out. Koji Uehara, 88 out of 99. It's numbered, autographed, and I love this card. 2013 was a special year, and Koji Uehara being on the mound for the Red Sox as they won the World Series is a great memory for me, and just a great ball player to have an autograph of. So Shane, I know it's a long time coming, but we talked and I said thank you, but I just wanted to do it now here at this location. I waited to come out to this spot to do it, and I'm grateful that I'm finally here. And now with Dylan, as you guys remember a couple of months ago, Dylan had a fundraiser. You would go to his eBay and buy something, and all the proceeds would go to the victims in Maui of that tragedy that happened a few months back. Well, I bought a couple of things from Dylan. It was just got an autographed card of Marlon Byrd, and I had to have a Turn Back the Clock card from Dylan's collection. Of course, he runs the Turn Back the Clock podcast with his friend Adam, Splendid Sports. So Dylan also sent me that signed. got some swag, sticker, Double D Vintage, and of course this custom card of Dylan surfing. Made it out to me. I love this card, Dylan. Thank you. And now Dylan didn't just send me the cards I bought. Of course, he sent his custom cards, but and all that. He sent me this. I know it's hard. It's getting dark. It's hard to see, but this is a Brett Butler autograph card. And what's special about this is Dylan met Brett Butler in Hawaii and at a fair, and Dylan went up to him, if you guys don't know the story, and talked to Brett. And Brett then, when he got home, sent Dylan some autograph cards. And then Dylan sent me one from that, because he knows how much I love autographs. And what's funny about that is I had this card set aside for a while to send to Brett Butler, TTM, but now I don't have to, because I got this one. That's even more special, because not only is it signed by Brett Butler, but it came from my good friend Dylan. So Dylan, so awesome of you, brother. And as part of doing that, Dylan wanted to send everyone one of these custom art cards that was made by our friend Scott at Reindeer Studios. So I got number 2 out of 10, the Surfin' Teddy. This is one of my favorite cards in my collection. It's so beautiful. Such an awesome job by Scott. Oh, it's nice to get headlights shining that you guys can. So cool. Perfect timing for that car to go by. I know it's getting dark. It's hard to see. Came a little late today, but I wanted to get this VR in and show this very special card. I actually got footage of it by the entrance of this property when I first pulled up and the sun was still out. So you can see the great image that this is. I'm just glad to be able to talk about my good buddies Shane and Dylan here at a very special place. It's very dark. You can't even see me anymore. But I'm gonna make a quick stroll there to the entrance at the light to show this card one more time before I leave.
All right, now that the sun is down, so hard to see there in the gazebo, but there's the Teddy. What a cool image by Scott. And look at the back. Just like the 59 Fleer Ted Williams set. Perfect. And as I mentioned, that this was such a special place for Ted and his friends. Now this right here is a very special thing thanks to so many of my friends here in the hobby. So I'm just gonna sit here by the curb and open this up. While I struggle to open this, I want to say thank you to everyone that made this possible by voting for me, and for Eric at 4 Leaf Cards for putting it together, and Scott, Reindeer Studios. There it is. 2023 YouTube Sports Card All-Star Team, which is kind of what Ted used to do, recognizing his friends here. There it is. Congratulations, 2023 Rookie of the Year. Keep up the great work, Eric, 4 Leaf Cards. And there's the star. Couldn't think of a better place to do it than right here, where so many guys were honored. And that's exactly how I feel. I feel very honored and thankful for this. So this is just a perfect cherry on top for this day here at the Ted Williams Museum and Hitters Hall of Fame. Thank you for joining me at the Ted Williams Museum and Hitters Hall of Fame in Citrus Hills, Florida. I want to say congratulations to Orlando and Sammy for surpassing 2,000 subscribers. Also, I would like to say thank you to Eric and Scott for helping make this possible. And of course, a big shout out to Dylan and Shane for not only being good friends here on YouTube, but just being good friends. You guys are exactly what this community is all about, and what makes this the greatest hobby in the world.